Well, we have to do the newspapers, and guess what? I have my sweet lady in the studio, great partner. Only I've missed her the last week or two. She's here. Mama Yosobaji, how are you?
Hi, I'm great. How are you?
I'm good too.
I go for like a week, and it's like I've been gone for a month.
Was it just a week? Eh?
No, it wasn't. I think it was for 2 weeks.
Okay.
Yeah. Good weekend though.
Yeah.
Weekend full of expectations. I think we pretty much knew what the president was going to say in terms of the opening of the airports.
Yeah, but you know, it's been in the air, it's been coming. It's just a matter of time. Actually.
Yeah.
What really surprised me was the fact that apart from junior high schools, those below were supposed to
not going to school till next year.
Yeah. I thought that was a border, particularly.
Is it? Okay, so as parents and guardians, we should talk about it. I was totally satisfied with the January 2020 reopening of schools for primary school students. You want them to go to, why do you want them to go to school? Because my children are still doing it online, which is, it's not the best because they are not.
Mine too. They're on vacation currently, but they are too. But I'm thinking that the kids, based on my experience, are distressed, but it's for health reasons. So I kind of understand the situation that the National COVID-19 Committee finds itself. So, and we're talking about young people, etc.
I'm not in a hurry for my boys to go back to school.
Well, that's okay. Maybe a month or two ago I was not, but I think right now...
They've been home for too long, you think?
I think they need to go socialize. It's a bit of a stressful... I don't know the situation in your home, but the situation I experience at home and with their friends.
Okay.
I think it's a bit stressful for them, even though they're home.
Okay.
It's a bit stressful for them.
Okay.
Yeah,
so
but if they have to stay home till next year and that's for health reasons, why not?
I think the once a week Zoom classes where they get to see their friends and then they chat, and I realized that they've also formed groups. So those who are really friends have their WhatsApp groups where they chat. I mean, it's dangerous to let your children on the loose on social media, but for the sake of what you describe, which is if you keep your friends away, your children away from their friends for a very long time, they become bored. Most of the time you hear, oh, mommy, I'm bored. There's nothing to do, because it's the same old things that they are doing.
But you know, everything comes with some good times. And just this morning, we had... a story in which at the investiture, Reverend Palmer Buckle did say that we need to relive the experience, that it could come with some good times and good things as well. And I think that having children play with technology has been the best thing I think ever happened.
And we're getting to spend a lot more time because each time you go,
and I know that's not going to go
children
away, because it's not going to be part and parcel of schooling.
Yeah. I'm not in a hurry. Roland is in a hurry to send his boys back to school, but they're older than mine. So what do you also think? That's a conversation that we'll have later on in the morning here on the show. But we have to do the newspapers, Roland. Yes,
please start with the graphic.
Okay, Daily Graphic, Monday, August 31, front page of the paper. President abates COVID-19 restrictions. International flights resume tomorrow. Land sea borders remain closed. New academic year begins January 2021. But that's for a certain group that we've been talking about, the primary students, school children, pretty much the largest actually. Government wholly owns a Japa according to Finance Ministry. Clients of 22 fund managers to be paid according to the Security and Exchange Commission. Daily Graphic Editor picks award. Congratulations to Mr. Kobi Asma. And then Graphic Virtual Photo Exhibition opens today in the center spread. That's a news feature. Building stronger development institutions. NCCE in need of retooling. We can't say it louder enough. I mean, with everything that we talk about, we need a team that will disseminate that information. We need a team that will do the continuous education. And the Constitution has set up one, the NCC. Unfortunately, they lack a lot of things. They don't get their funding. They are under-resourced, and people continue to make the appeal. I mean, we've gotten to a point where we are making an appeal, but mandatorily, they need their funds. I mean, it's not something that we should be appealing, but that's where it's got into. So there's a feature in the center spread on the work of the commission. That's the NCC. You can take a look at it in the center spread of the paper. So there's an official of the NCC delivering information on COVID-19 in the Western region. And then we see the chairperson of the commission, Josephine Nkrumah, leading some officials of the NCC for COVID-19 sensitization in Accra. So contrary to what some people have said, that they're not doing enough, well, with the kind of resources that they have, they're pretty much doing what they can do. So that's it. On the back page, raring for food and jobs to distribute 929,000 livestock. Farmers in Northern Region introduced to fire detention mobile app is also another story on the back page of the paper. We'll come back and do some stories, hidden in some of the pages a bit later on, but let's follow up and do the Finder newspaper. Front page of the Finder, government owns a Japan 100%, according to Finance Ministry. Nigerians in Ghana not being harassed, according to Kotoka Nkrumah, the Information Minister. President Akufo-Addo cut sword at Kotoka, 85 million euro water project to benefit 400,000 people in 3 districts in the Volta region. Court clears customers of 22 firms under SEC to receive payments. Court orders NDC candidate to apologize to Afenyo Marking, pay 25,000 Ghana cedis over defamation. This is the second defamation case that I'm reading in 2 weeks. I think there was one last week and then this other one. We will share a bit of it with you. WAEC releases timetable for BC. The basic education certificate examination would begin on Monday, September 14 and end on Friday, September 18 in all the registration centers across the country for all junior high school final year students. The candidates will write English language and religious and moral education on Monday, integrated science, basic design. You can check it out if your ward is writing. You want to be familiar with how it's going to play out. But this story about Afenyo Marking, well, we'll come back to that on the politics. It is here on page 2, so let's just share a bit. The Winneba District Magistrate Court has ordered James Kofi Annan, parliamentary candidates of the National Democratic Congress for Ifutu constituency, to retract and render an unqualified apology to Alexander Afenyo Marking, the New Patriotic Party parliamentary candidate for Ifutu constituency, over defamatory statements he made. The court, presided over by His Worship Isaac Oheneba Kufuor, also awarded general damages of 20,000 Ghana cedis and cost of 5,000 Ghana cedis against Annan. So Annan, at a press conference on March 17, 2020, read a statement in which he made several allegations against Afenyo Marking. Afenyo Marking, who deemed the allegations as untrue and defamatory, sued Annan to retract and apologize for the defamatory statements he made against him. So that's the beginning of the matter. You can continue to read on exactly what he may have said, but I think what is important is what the court has said he should do. Let's see. So that's it really for the Finder. Let's continue with the Ghanaian Times. Front page of the Times. Kotoka International Airport opens tomorrow. Land seaports remain closed. Senior engineer high schools reopen October 5 as government further eases COVID-19 restrictions. Ejapa is 100% government owned. That story almost in all the papers today. 2 shot dead at Homowo celebration. Excuse me?
Same headline.
Yes, same headline. Alleged witch 60 beating at Damongo. This is what was reported yesterday. Brings back the issue of
Secured enter.
Yes, secured enter. And I was thinking, why is this repeating itself when that was heavily talked about? I mean, do these people, did we all talk about it? Were we all on the same page with the discussions? Were we all on the same page with the education that came along with it? Were we all, and when I say were we all, I'm talking about people I'm not down there. You get what I mean? So people in all these communities.
I'm not sure there was education. There was publicity that was given to a tragic event that happened, but the education will involve maybe putting together a communication strategy of engagement, identifying who you have to engage, which part of the communities, the society tend to do these because it is a socio-cultural problem. And then when you're doing that, what sort of behavioral change communication actions do you need to undertake? How do you monitor and evaluate? Then you come to some of these outcomes. That's when you can achieve an output.
So we talked about it as an issue.
Yeah.
But there wasn't, there wasn't a deliberate kind of education.
I think sometimes we get a certain misconception that even though the media was supposed to inform, educate, and entertain, we assume that once we broadcast or publish the information, the segment of the population are educated. No. That is why, for example, when it comes to sexual reproductive health, there's a deliberate effort that is made to implement behavioral change communication actions.
I get what you mean. I mean, it makes a lot of sense. I think most of the...
So it means that we have not engaged them. So, we have not engaged the communities. Yeah.
So we talked amongst ourselves. We probably re-educated ourselves, but it didn't get down to where it was supposed to have gotten to.
Yeah.
And, okay.
I think more like conscientize ourselves. Like, this is unconscionable. You don't have to do this. But.
Yeah. Well, on the back page of the Times, drought destroys 600 rice farms in K2 North. And then the University of Education, Winneba revamps poultry farm for more yield. The last paper, before Roland comes in, is the Daily Statesman on the front page. Finance Ministry, Japan is 100% owned by government. €85 million Qatar water project takes off. President reopens Kotoka, but harbors and land borders still closed. Ghana responds to accusations by Nigerian government. That's how the front page of the Daily Statesman looks. Today, the last day of August 2020. This day will never come again, so enjoy it. Make the best out of it.
Well, so let's take a look at the Daily Guide. Has on the front page, Ijapa fight gets hotter. 100% government owned. Has an attached picture of Ken Oforiatta, the finance minister. Down there we have another witch brutality case recorded. Okay, so it's another witch brutality case recorded. It says this time the victim is Mary Ibrahim at the hospital, as pictured here after the attack. Ahoy book gives NDC headache. Up there we have Nana opens Kotoka airports to international flights, I have to say. Domestic flights were ongoing before this. Okay, let's go to the back page. Enter party race. And just over the weekend I was reading a story from one of those British websites, or if not newspaper websites, about how Juventus was also interested in Thomas Partey, who is valued at £40 million apparently.
Not bad.
Yeah, looks like he's the old-fashioned box-to-box, defender, defensive midfielder of a sort, but also goes attacking when he has to. GFA receives COVID-19 cash. Gunners gunned down Liverpool to lift Community Shield. Whoever wrote this headline definitely is an Arsenal supporter. Gunners gunned down. Center spread, we don't have the picture there, but it says Kwame Eugene beats Sarkodie, others to win VGMA's Artist of the Year. Congratulations to him. But I thought that Sarkodie had done a lot for the year, or within the year to win. But still, Kwame Eugene...
so for those of you who sound like that, if you have a group of people in a category nominated, and we say that each of them deserve it, or we know ahead that any of them could win, why do we say other things when one person...
of some other things.
They're all in the category. But they could go for any of them.
Look, Sarkodie is somebody who may have won it, so... We know that, look, giving it to Kwame Eugene is almost like a compensation.
Is it?
Yeah. The winners are,
Why the winners are?
Just like the winning awards for VGM,
it's not the same.
But I think that He's a good lad. He's very good at his craft.
Yeah.
And he's come.
I've heard the criticism. Some people say, which song? So I've heard people.
He's had a number of songs.
I've heard people say that, but even the songs, like they're not really like they're like some 1 line, 2 line, like it's not. Yeah, but I disagree with comments like that. It could even be 1 line. Who cares? I mean, once it fits.
Oh, it's just that Sarkodie with his EP. The EP, it's the one that had the feature. He featured a lot of techno.
But that one received an award. That's
a lot of the songs are really good.
Okay, so
can promise.
How did you support him in winning? Did you ever vote?
Who? Sarkodie?
Yes.
Oh, I don't even know which GM is it. You text or what? I don't know.
See? So it's based on something. And those who were interested got their people to win something.
Oh, I'm not sure. I mean, I think the industry votes tend to matter.
Oh, there is industry vote, but there are certain categories where you also have us, ordinary people, also contributing to it. I'm just saying that if you support somebody that much, you should also do your bit to ensure that they win.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. Actor Chadwick Boseman dies at 43. This was tragic one.
Very heartbreaking. Tragic. Very heartbreaking.
He played the role of King T'Challa. We know in the Wakanda movie Black Panther.
I saw the tribute by the children. I know that Patrick, our director, follows things like that. So Patrick, if we have like a minute, you can pull those cute tribute to a hero of many children. As we heard the death, and then also all the commentary. Some people apparently thought when he was losing weight, they thought he was doing it for a movie. And so people did criticize him.
I actually thought
people
so too.
Said all sorts
because
of
he has this new movie on Netflix, and he looked a bit thinner than usual. And I thought maybe...
But he was going through his own battles.
Yeah, ordeal. Yeah. It speaks volumes about so many things.
That's like a proper hero, not just like a movie hero, like a lifetime kind of hero.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. I was just thinking again this morning, I was thinking about him because I was listening to the BBC and people were sending in their tributes. And I was thinking, hey, Charlie, look at what he left behind, though. It's not what you take with you.
Yeah.
But what are we all going to leave behind? What are people going to remember us for?
When you go and live and you become very
you reflect. I mean,
Maybe enough of this.
Yes.
You make us cry this morning. Okay, so let me do the Dispatch. The Dispatch has on the front page the Afiada Nyigba incident, the Dispatch. The Rawlings and Ahoy versions, and we know that, Charlie, we had this 11-pager reply the last week from Rawlings to the Ahoy book, working with Rawlings. Nigerian government cautions Ghana over harassment of its citizens. And I remember I just read a story the evening of Sunday that Dele Momodu, who has investments right here, lives here also, here in Nigeria, and saying that, look, it looks like the two presidents need to confer and bring all these matters to a head.
As in what, the book? No. Fallout.
Nigerian government cautions over harassment of its citizens.
Okay.
Yeah. I always say this. The Nigerians came into this country. We allow them to come in. They come and register companies. The Registrar General's Department gives them legitimate documentation. The tax agencies give them the legitimate documentations. We help them set up. And then we say what we did the first time, not just any institution, government institutions did. They didn't have hindsight of the law. Doesn't make sense. Yeah.
I like the way you approach the situation. I think the people who are failing us are our own institutions.
Yeah.
I agree with you. Our own agencies.
For example, I can't go to China or go to South Africa.
We're too loose. We have plenty laws.
Even
but they are pretty
those
much
countries, Egypt, you want to go and buy something, they'll look through a computer and see you on the database. Egypt.
We're too loose.
So
yeah.
Anyway, the big and the way. So when we're treating them this way, it's not fair. The big Okada debate, and then the Liman years in Ghanaian politics. Okay, Mama V, I think we're done.
I think we have just about a minute to do my jawline. There's another tragic story in the Daily Graphic on page 26 about a 19-year-old girl, Augustina Tay, who was last Friday morning found murdered or found dead, I like to put it, at Gomoa Lome in the Gomoa Central District in the Central Region. Some body parts were removed. So that story, that very gory story, is in the Daily Graphic newspaper. Let's see what my John Line is reporting before we knock off.
MyJohnLine.com. Ghana reopens Kotoka International Airport to passenger traffic from September 1. That is tomorrow. Big date. It is for everybody who wants to come here. And then we have Akufo-Addo inspect work at Kotoka International Airport ahead of September. We do know there's a briefing at 8:30 this morning. Academic year for pre-tertiary students to resume in 2021, Akufo-Addo. And then we'll bring you more. Homepage, myjohnline.com. Okay. But you and your wife, you've been married for 7 years, and today you're marking that today. A good friend of mine, you live in the Liberian capital of Monrovia, Randolph Haliga, a good one there. You're married to Catherine Johnson Haliga. You live in Monrovia Odro, just around the American school, and I have to wish you a great anniversary. 7 years it is. Please make sure that you go have some great time today, and say hello to Catherine or Cathy for me, as I like calling her.
She's 7?
Yeah, they're 7 in marriage.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, 7 years.
Oh, happy anniversary.
Yeah, happy anniversary. Again, Randolph Haliga, and then Catherine Johnson Haliga, Mrs. Enjoy
your 7th anniversary.
You're married, 7 years. Yeah,
happy anniversary to you. Well, we have to take a breather. We'll bring you sports. But the biggest news really pretty much is still on Messi. With that 700 million clause that his club, well, is it still his club?
Yeah.
Is insisting must be met. He didn't attend the pre-season
training.
Yes,
yeah, he did.
on Sunday.
He was sending a message. I know one person who loves football, chief executive of the Wembley Sports Construction Company Limited, Robert Coleman. Good morning to you as well. Great man there. Always in the thick of things when it comes to football. That's many of the Astro thefts that we have in.
Well, so a lot more on that. Medical tests, what's happening with Messi, what's happening with my own club, Manchester United. It looks like Chelsea. Oh, my God. Am I going to go to Chelsea this season or the next season? Well, Benedict is up next with what's happening in the world of sports. Stay with us.